Hey everyone, and welcome to the training. Super excited to have you here. This the first training. I'm seeing people started joining. Hey Sean, hey Peter, how you doing? Lovely, 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 lovely. So more and more people will be joining as soon as we start, and I think we'll just get the ball rolling because a lot of people will be joining maybe on YouTube, maybe on the Facebook group. So yeah, let's see exactly how this will be going, and we can directly start with the training. So we can put my slides up and talk a bit about what the training of today is gonna be. So I'm super excited about this training. I think if you've been in the list and you've been seeing a bit the email I've been sending, or maybe you came from Instagram, or maybe you came from the Facebook group, you've heard the story. I've been in US a couple of months ago right now, and it was a super transformative time for me because I've been learning so much about what's going on a bit in the market. And especially there were two events, Traffic and Conversion Summit and Funnel Hacking Live, that were incredible. I've learned so much from it. And I was just thinking, oh my God, I need to share this learning and everything that I learned there with everyone. And this is a bit what I'm trying to do here. I actually designed this training for my team to bring the knowledge to my team. But then I say, well, since I'm doing this training, let me just take this training and give them to everyone, right? And the first training of the series is the 4 frameworks that will revolutionize your business. And I decided to name it in this way because these are 4 frameworks that I learned in Funnel Hacking Live. And I'm like, wow, uh, every time I think about businesses right now, I think in a complete different way than what I used to think before these conferences. And I really hope that that's what will actually happen in the training today. And for the one that don't know me, I'm Alessio Pieroni. I've had 7 years experience in the online education industry. I used to be the chief marketing officer of Mindvalley, and I generated more than $100 million in revenues. I'm the founder right now of Scale for Impact, which is an agency where we help different online educators to actually scale up. And we've been working with incredible people like Jordan Peterson, Marissa Peer, Danette May, Roger Hamilton. We've been working with Mindvalley, with Founder.com. We've been working with Terry Real. We've been working with some incredible summit out there. And that's sort of my mission. My mission is fully on helping people to scale their online courses. And I'm super excited that today with this training, I'm maybe helping some of you to also scale your courses. So excited to see where this goes and excited to see exactly about today's training. Today, we're gonna learn about 4 frameworks. And if these words look like Arab to you, no problem. They looked Arab to me before I was coming to the trainings. The first one is named Dramatic Demonstration, then Mifgi, then Premiums, and then Linchpin. And I might know some of these words, but not in a marketing context. So there are really some incredible trainings that for me were like really incredible. And most importantly, these are not my the things that I invented. I learned these things from these 3 marketers that are incredible, some of the best in the world. Russell Branson, founder of ClickFunnels, Steve Larsen, which he used to work in ClickFunnels as well, and Perry Belcher, which is the co-founder of digitalmarketer.com. And he also founded tons of other businesses and sold those businesses. I think in total, he created something like $900 million in sales. This guy is really incredible. And yeah, so thanks to these guys, I'm just trying to do the work of taking their wisdom and sharing a bit with the rest of the world. Awesome. So let's look into the first framework, which is the dramatic demonstrations. The dramatic demonstration, it's something that to me it's very interesting, And as a definition, is a way to launch your hook. Okay, so it's not a way to launch your product, it's a way to launch the hook of the product. Okay, we'll see later what these actually mean. Okay, so a lot of time you want to do that thing that maybe Robert Cialdini called persuasion, and a lot of people call it pre-sales. A lot of other call it warm up the list, nurture it. The dramatic demonstration is probably the framework that I've seen that simplify this in the best way possible, and at the same time, it gives you a very specific framework on what to do for your marketing campaigns. And the entire concept is about spreading the hook, not spreading the offer. Okay, so this is amazing. So let's go look into what it is. And the origin of the dramatic demonstration come from this guy. So let's see in the chat. Yeah, we are doing it on Zoom, on Facebook, on different places. Write in the chat, do any one of you know this guy? This very beautiful man. Maybe a bit scary. Like when I saw him the first time, I was like, who's this dude? So most likely no one of you know about him. He's not really someone famous, or at least not famous with his face. But what if I show to you this guy? Do you know this guy? So it's the same person. Is P.T. Barnum. And if someone of you saw this beautiful movie named The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman, is the story of P.T. Barnum, right? And we like to think about this guy when we think about dramatic demonstration, because this guy was the original marketer. He was there when marketing didn't exist, internet didn't exist, no one knew what to do, right? And if any one of you saw the movie talk about the story of P.T. Barnum, that he has a circus in New York, and he needs to do everything to promote this circus, and then he creates something incredible. And specifically, this movie is a musical, and there is the story in which he bring a singer from UK and make her become one of the top singer in the world, especially in US. And how did he do it? Let's go look into this exact story. So if you recall the movie, what happened is that this singer was, yes, a good singer. I think she was living in London, but she was originally from Sweden. And what happened is that she was a singer, she was good, but she was not really that famous in UK. Like, actually, very few people knew about her. So what does he do? He organized a goodbye party in London for the most famous singer of the world. And how does he do it is that he hired some people that were crying. They were saying, oh my God, we lost the most amazing singer that we ever had in London, and now she'll go in US, and everyone in US will be so happy about that. And then what does he do is that he hired those people to be at this goodbye party. He informed the mass media with some pictures about what's happening there, and then he take those pictures, make sure that they arrive a few days before the boat of the singer will arrive, and then everyone in New York start talking about this singer, which is the most famous singer of London, that is leaving UK to come to New York, and she's gonna be the next pop star. Okay, when probably pop star wasn't there yet. And then what he does is that PT basically tell to some influential people in New York, oh yeah, I'm bringing her to New York, and she is arriving on the 10th of November at 3 p.m. And the most influential people are like, okay, we're gonna be there because we're going to give them the best welcome ever, because she's the best singer in the world. And then what happens is that P.T. Barnum go and leverage a bit the strength of these rumors that starting to create, and that he created himself, and start creating top merchandising about this singer. She's on bags, she's on t-shirts. And what basically happened is that the day in which she arrives in New York, she has like about 100,000 people waiting for her at the harbor of New York to welcome the most amazing singer ever. And from the moment on, there is a collective hysteria that happened in US. Wherever she goes, she becomes the huge pop star. And if you've seen the movie, she toured the country and every single party sold out. The fun story is that there is a very huge collaboration between the two of them, but then at a certain point it breaks. And the fun thing, and this is actually not just in the movie but also in the story, the moment in which their collaboration broke, she was never able to sell out one of her concerts. Okay, this is kind of the power of marketing sometimes, like that. In this case, it really took a good product, not a bad one, but made it extraordinary with a lot of marketing. And what's interesting is that she did all of this without internet. This, I think, was around 1910, so Titanic time. So definitely internet wasn't there at all. So the cool thing is that the story of P.T. Barnum continues and is on a few things like that. One of the other things that he did was the story of the Fiji mermaid. So the Fiji mermaid was the first recognized mermaid in the world. Obviously, we know that mermaids are not recognized. It's fantasy, and that's not really happening. But he had a circus and he needed to bring people in for the circus. And then what he did is that they found the skeleton of a fish in Fiji, and then he somehow paid some doctor to prove the authenticity of the Fiji mermaid. And then he leaked some letters from these doctors to the mass media, telling, oh, actually, she's an actual mermaid, that's not fake. And then he, like a lot of people don't believe it. They believe, okay, that's definitely not possible. So he bring the Fiji mermaid to US, and then he take a small group of influential people, show to them this Fiji mermaid, and then open the door to everyone to see the Fiji mermaid in the circus. And then he does that and say, but there are just 10,000 tickets, and the Fiji mermaid will be here just for 1 week. So he had a lot of scarcity, the classic offer, right? Very similar to what we will do right now when we need to promote a course. And then what he does is that use the mass media to show the success of the Fiji mermaid. The interesting enough is that obviously he kept having the Fiji mermaid for longer than 1 week and kept on selling and selling and going on that. So again, similar concept than what he did with the singer, he did with the Fiji mermaid. And then again, other example, this is a beautiful example as well, is the one with the jumbo elephant. So in US, basically almost no one ever saw an elephant in that time. And then what he decided to do is that P.T. Barnum decided to buy the biggest elephant from the London Zoo. And he does that, and it caused a uprise on UK mass media. And everyone started writing newspaper and say, no, you shouldn't let this elephant go. The interesting thing is that we don't really know if there was ever an uprise. Maybe it was P.T. Barnum writing those letters to the newspaper in order to create some marketing around it. And then what he does is that he brings the elephant to US, and a lot of people weren't believing that this elephant would be that big. Actually, fun enough, the word jumbo that now is used everywhere was used for the first time here in this context, and from this moment on started to become big, right? And then a few people see the elephant, and a few people are like, oh my goodness, this is the biggest elephant and animal that we've ever seen. And the cool thing is that in that moment in New York, they just inaugurated probably a few months before the Brooklyn Bridge. And the fun story is that the Brooklyn Bridge at the time was the biggest bridge with just one arch, or something particular about the bridge. And New Yorker didn't want to take the Brooklyn Bridge because they would just believe that it would fall down. So they will feel it's not safe. The Brooklyn Bridge will never stand, so I'll never work on it. And then what it does is that I believe the Brooklyn Bridge is safe. To prove that it's safe, I'll bring the jumbo elephant and 21 other elephants behind and march across the Brooklyn Bridge. This obviously was to prove the safety. A lot of people believed that it wasn't safe, so everyone went there to see the elephant dying on the Brooklyn Bridge. And what's fun is that obviously the Brooklyn Bridge standed in that case, and obviously also today. And that was an event in which maybe hundreds of thousands of people went to see the elephant walking on the Brooklyn Bridge. And from the moment on, that became the most famous elephant probably in the history of elephants. And obviously everyone to see the elephant needed to go to the circus, and that's how we started selling a lot of the tickets. So you must have seen that by now there is a pattern here, and the pattern is basically this one. So step one, you need to get credibility on your offer. Okay, so a lot of time might be getting someone to certify that your offer is amazing, get some people to go through your product and say that this is great, get testimonials that say how they've been changing their life thanks to that, then start leaking information about it to the mass media, then show this to influencers in your space. That step 4 is about approaching traffic that you control with an incredible event around it, and then go to mass media and spread the word about it. Okay, so an example of how you can do this, and this is an example taken from ClickFunnels itself, that they were explaining how they were doing it in the case. They did a video with the Harmon Brothers, which is one of the biggest agents in the world in creating videos. And they spent like about $200,000-$300,000 to create that video. So it's one of these kind of videos, right? And then they're like, okay, now that we spend so much money on this, how can we make this the best video ever that everyone will see? So what they did is that they rented a baseball stadium in US, and then they leak information about this in the media, like ClickFunnels is renting a stadium to promote the best event ever. Then they gathered 400 YouTubers, influencer in the stadium. They got Gary Vee to do a keynote there. And then they say, we have 400 people, we have a stadium. Is there any record that we can break on that? And then they figure out that no one ever played such a big bubble soccer game. And then they say, okay, whatever, let's play a very big bubble soccer game and enter into the let's enter into the Guinness World Record. And then they launch the video during this event, and then all the best YouTubers in the world will talk about, oh my goodness, this was the best video ever done, and it was the coolest thing. Everyone needs to go and see it. So that they got a huge organic views on those videos. And then obviously they went to mass media saying, oh, this is a video that got over 2-3 million views on the first day. Everyone needs to go and watch it. And that's a way in which you can do it. But again, they didn't do this to promote a product. They did this to promote a video that will talk about you can then buy a product. And that's the interesting thing. It's not about launching a funnel, launching a product. It's about launching the hook. Okay. And again, let's go see how you can use this for your courses. Okay. So you need to get credibility on your offer. And depending on the type of offer that you do, you may want to have it from customers, maybe from a doctor that say, oh, this is FDA approved, or from scientists, or from experts. You want to go and have someone telling you, okay, this is something absolutely proved. And once you have that, that could be interesting to say, okay, let's leak information about it to the mass media. Or maybe if you don't have a PR department or you don't have much budget, start creating behind-the-scene content on your social media. Maybe you can even, talk with 10 friends, talk about your product with 10 different friends, and then simply record their reaction while they do it and post it on social media. That's a great behind-the-scene content. Then show this to influencer in your space. Maybe hire some influencer and tell them, okay, cool. What do you think about this product? And then they will say, okay, this is the most amazing thing ever. And then use this to share on their social media and on your social media. And then at that point, approach traffic you control with an incredible event about it. What's important here is that you want to create an event, again, that talks about the hook. So I'm seeing some familiar people here. So saying hi to everyone watching. Let's get an example with Sean, right? Sean is a fantastic love coach. He's a relationship coach that help so many people. Hey, Sean, that help so many people answer their question on love, right? And let's imagine that he wants to launch a membership, which he actually does. And he wants to do a dramatic demonstration. Fantastic. A dramatic demonstration in that case might be to do a 15 hours marathon answering every question of everyone on a specific way in which everyone has sort of a speed date with Sean. Everyone has 3 minutes to ask him question, and for 15 hours in a row, he's gonna answer 3 minutes question about love, and you can go there and watch it. That's something that for someone like him that is an absolutely master at this, maybe he will die after the day, but it will be a dramatic demonstration that I can easily imagine putting a PR release out there and say, love coach, answer 372 questions in 15 hours about love, right? And it's something that is so cool that people will talk about that, right? But it's a dramatic demonstration, right? Or I see here Michael that has a fantastic breath for business. And maybe Michael could do I don't know, what's the biggest breathwork event has ever been done in the world? How many people together have been doing breathwork in the world? Like, actually, funny enough, once I went checking the Guinness World Record for the biggest meditation in the world. And although the biggest live meditation in the world was something like 50 million people in an Indian event, the biggest online meditation in the world is not that impossible. It was something like 10,000 people. So what if you organize the biggest breathwork meditation ever organized in the world, create a huge dramatic demonstration out of that, and then at the end of it, explain to everyone that there is a product in which they can get a lot more of this. So you can play around with this, think about the hook, think about the different ideas that you can have around that. But to me, that's interesting. What's the biggest marketing stunt you can go and create that will allow you to get so many eyeballs because you're simply doing something so cool? And then from there, obviously, funnel those eyeballs towards your funnel. That's really the key here. And I really think that this framework of dramatic demonstration is incredible. Awesome. And now we go to the second framework. So this framework, we're going to go pretty fast because to me it's very connected with the third one, and the difference between them, it's small. Let's say there is a nuance more than a difference, and it's the MIFKI. The MIFKI stands for most incredible free gift ever. So this is something that you might say, okay, cool, it's a lead magnet, right? Not exactly. So the concept of the MIFKI is a lot bigger than that. Is that you can definitely do a few things here. So number one, sure, it's the most incredible free gift ever. You want to do something that is like, no, if the classic lead magnet is a free meditation or a free PDF or a free book or a free 20-page something, this one will be like a collection of 100 meditations, right? Something that is like, whoa, I've never seen this free in this way, right? And then you want to do this as that you need to make an offer. You need to make an offer so irresistible that you feel stupid saying no. So that's a very interesting one. You need to make it so big that it's like, okay, it's free. Why wouldn't I want to join it? And then here is the trick. It doesn't need to be necessarily free. It can be a bonus that you market instead of the offer itself. So let's imagine that you have an offer and that you sell a membership. And let's imagine that you look at your bonuses, and maybe you as a bonus have 100 meditations. And then what you could do is that you say, guys, you get 100 meditation free if you get this, if you sign up for the trial of the membership. Okay, that's a very simple way of saying, wow, this is the most incredible free gift ever. I've never seen someone giving so many meditation for free. But at the same time, you need to sign up for a free trial, right? And that's an interesting one because, yeah, it's free, but it's not actually free. It's a free trial, right? But it's something that works very well. And especially when someone has a product, pass me the word, boring, like a membership that is always the same, you're like, okay, I need something to spice it up a bit. What can I do? Something like a Mifki could be very important. So let's go see an example of this, and then we'll go even deeper with this with the next framework. So here is an example. This is Dan Kennedy, big marketer, and that's what they do with this product. So they do, look how many free things do they give all together. So that's a huge bundle of free gifts. So magnetic marketing on demand, having that is a course, funnelology masterclass, Kennedy brass balls factor course, .com secrets. Here there is a collaboration with Russell Branson, so they put a few things together. And then again, on top of that, no BS and marketing secrets, greatest hits, 4 issues. This is actually a physical newsletter that's been sent. Then 74 funnels wide file, physical copy with 653 pages of physical copy of funnels that you can actually look and see the most performing funnel in the world. And then a physical copy of the magnetic marketing book. And then an in-person half-day seminar with Dan Kennedy for everyone who sign up for this. And this one is like a total value literally of $20,000 today for free. The only thing you have to do is that you just need to cover our printing and shipping for $29.95. And then what's happening is that in this, you have a 30-day free trial of their newsletter. It's a physical newsletter that is sent to you every single month for $99 a month. And then funny enough, what they did is that this offer that, so many things, like so many books, so that you get all of these for just $29, brought them a huge amount of subscribers to their membership. And that to me is the interesting thing. What could be the biggest Mifki that you can go and create in your business that will allow you to go to the next level? But there is another framework that's very similar to this. And I want to explain the two and explain also a bit the difference of them. The big difference between a Mifki and a premium is that the Mifki usually is something online. The premium is something offline that you give and send. So let's go deeper into what's a premium. A premium is basically an incredible bonus that's given to the customer to start buying your product. It makes the offer so much better just looking at that. And then it's never a need. It's not something that, oh my God, I need this. It's something that, oh my God, but I truly want it, right? That's really what it is. And then the entire concept of a premium is that you won't sell the offer anymore. You will sell the premium. We will see an example later of someone that wrote a sales page with 3,500 words on it. 3,300 were selling the premium. 200 words were selling the offer. And that's epic to me. And then a great premium identifies the buyer. This is something that we will see exactly some example of. If you identify the buyer in the right way, then your premium will be incredibly successful. And the entire concept behind the premium is that a person that spends $1 to you is worth 20 leads, 20 people that spend $0. So even if someone take out their credit card and spend $1, it's worth 20 times someone that never spent anything. And that's the entire concept. What if you could have a premium that is so cool that everyone wants to spend even $1 with you? And then from the moment on, it will be much more likely that they will buy more and more and more. Let's go see some example of this and how you can apply and in practice what's a premium. So these are examples that you've heard in a non-online education world. Open a saving account, get a toaster. Get an annual membership, get a printer. Spend $8 in makeup, get a lipstick. So it's a very simple offers that you've heard maybe hundreds of times and you always felt, oh my God, that's boring. But guess what? Why were they around 50 years ago probably? And why are they still around in another way or shape? Because they work. As simple as that, right? These are example of premium. But what's the interesting thing? Let's imagine, let's take the first example, opening a saving account, get a toaster. Why is that interesting? Because they were targeting women, and maybe women wanted toasters. And so what they did, the entire ads was about, oh my God, can you get a toaster for your house? And this will help you in this, and this. Oh, by the way, you can get it for free. How? Well, just open a saving account. Like, it's a very simple way to sell something. And then you say, well, just need to open a saving account. Doesn't really cost me much to do that. And I get a toaster for free. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And that's exactly the thing. You identify the buyer, a housewife that wanted toaster, free, done. Or maybe someone really loved the lipstick because the lipstick is from some influencer. And then you're like, oh, this lipstick is the best lipstick in the world. You absolutely need to buy. Just need to spend $8 in makeup and you'll get the lipstick. And, that's a very different things that you can actually do. So let's go see some other example. Actually, we'll go see this example that is, to me, identify and show in the best way possible what's a premium. This is an ad, I think, from Christmas 1991 or 1992. So the story goes like that. Sports Illustrated, everyone knows, it's very famous magazine in US around sports, was on the brink of bankruptcy. It was going super bad, and this was one of the last year that they were imagining to be in business. And they launched this campaign, and this campaign went so crazy that it completely shifted and changed their business. So right now we're gonna watch these 2 minutes ads that they did, and let's go look at that and see how they use the premium in their marketing.
Buying Christmas presents for my boyfriend is one of the most impossible things ever.
Everything I get him, he always wants to return it.
The stores are busy. The cashiers are impatient. Christmas shopping is just about the only thing that wrecks the holiday season.
Catch this. It's Sports Illustrated's most exciting Christmas gift ever, the football phone. Free with a paid subscription to SI.
It's a telephone.
My goodness, it's a telephone inside of a football.
Awesome! It's a phone!
Oh, cool. I would love something like this. Mom, if you're watching, I would love something like this for Christmas. He's looking for the fast. It's a phone call.
It looks like a football, but works like a regular phone. The football phone plugs into a standard jack and has push-button dialing, on-off ringer, mute button, and automatic redial.
Hello, Colleen. This is fantastic. I'm at the stadium right now. I have a football phone.
Cute!
This has got to be out of her price range, something like this.
And the football phone is free.
No way. It's free?
Free? That's even better. And I don't have to go shopping for it, I hope. What do I have to do to get this?
Here's the unbelievable catch. The football phone is free if you get Sports Illustrated at their biggest Christmas savings ever. A year subscription at almost 65% off the cover price. You can be billed after the new year, or you can use your credit card today. So call now.
I say you're crazy. Nobody cuts prices before Christmas.
I'll buy it for my father, my brother, and my boyfriend.
You only pay 99 cents an issue, and the subscription includes the NFL, NBA, and baseball previews, the year-end double issue, and the 1991 swimsuit issue.
I would love to have Sports Illustrated for Christmas. I never get anything I want.
Sports Illustrated. I should have thought of that a long time ago. All I have to do is buy this for all the men in my life, and I wouldn't have any problems at all.
My Christmas worries are over.
I hope she orders that for Christmas for me. Love to have this for Christmas. So, Mom, if you're watching, please, for once.
Don't wait. Call our toll-free number now. Get Sports Illustrated for all your favorite fans at SI's biggest Christmas savings ever. And get the football phone free, plus a gift card.
Get Sports Illustrated for me for Christmas. I want this phone.
So literally, guys, this is the moment in which I look at this and I'm like, these guys are genius, right? You look at the entire ad and probably for 80% of the ad, they've been talking about the phone, not about Sports Illustrated. Like they say, oh yeah, by the way, you also get Sports Illustrated, but it's a football phone. It's a football phone. I want it. And it's incredible. This campaign was one of the most successful campaigns Sports Illustrated ever did. And in launching it to become the mainstream brand that it is today, and that became so famous as it is right now and so successful as it is right now. And that to me is epic, right? Like, what can you do if you create a premium like that? And again, if I'm a football fan, football phone is a very cool thing. And I'm a American would say soccer fan, Europeans say football because that's how you say it. And if someone will give me a football phone, even if I don't use a phone, I will buy it because it's so cool, right? And that's kind of the idea. Like, what if you can create something that is so cool, so nice, that everyone in your target market will want? What if you can create an excuse for people to identify with that, and then at the same time say, okay, cool, I'll get the rest as well. And then again, if you think for 2 minutes of ad, 1 minute and 40 seconds probably were about the phone, and 20 seconds were about the subscription. Let's get back the slides up, and let's see a few other examples of very interesting example with numbers. This company, Agora Financial, not sure how many of you know them. They're probably in online education the biggest company. I think that like they're very unknown as a brand because they have a lot of different offers that they do around, and very few of them go under the name Agora Financial. But when you put together the sales of the entire business that they do, they have something like over $1 billion in sales per year. It's like incredibly big. And what they normally do, and by the way, you'll have the slides that I'm sharing with you in the Facebook group below of this video. And if you click on Agora Financial, that's a link, you will see the actual sales page. It's a page of 3,500 words in which 200 describe the membership and 3,300 describe the premium. In this case, the entire premium is a book, and they focus completely on this concept. Was a new case for gold. So this is kind of, if you want to invest in gold, you need to buy this book. And again, you can see something similar to what we saw before. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and processing fee today, and then you will receive a book, a bonus gift, the Modern Survivor Manual. You receive the best kept currency secrets in America. Oh, and a free 30-day trial with my monthly intelligence briefing, and then my live intelligence briefing. But you get a trial of a membership, and their entire business is based on you having this membership. Actually, their business is all physical printed newsletters that they sell. But genius that they focus completely on a book in this case, and they use that as the premium for membership. That to me is incredible. Let's look at another example, and I love this because this is with numbers. So this is in the survival niche. They wrote a book about survival, and then they say, buy the book. Conversion rate of the page was 2%. This is a Perry Belcher example. And then they took the book, and then they say, you get a book, and you get a knife credit card holder. Conversion rate of the page, 14%. Now, can you believe it, having your page converting at 14%? And obviously, your cost is higher because you need to pay some shipping and stuff. But then also you can charge a bit more, right? And that's incredible, right? Your page converting at 14% because your premium, a knife credit card. And guys, I really didn't believe that a knife credit card existed, so I needed to Google, and they do exist. Please Google knife credit card. I'm sure you're gonna be targeted by very interesting ads in the future. It's incredible. Or another example, book, and then book plus t-shirt. This one was done by digitalmarketer.com, and this one was a t-shirt kind of saying, I'm a marketer, or marketer rocks, or something that identified the marketers, right? The page converted 3 times better because it wasn't just a book, it was a book plus a t-shirt. Another example, this one very interesting course. This from a guy, a friend of mine. If someone of you was at the summit, you remember the guy, Yannick Silver. He had a course. The course is about copywriting. And he had a course plus a coffee mug saying, I'm a copywriter, I write amazing things, something like that. Conversion rate went from 2% to 16%. And he split tested everything else, nothing beat a coffee mug. Because there's a thing, like sometimes something so simple and cute and nice, you're like, okay, that's so nice, I really want to have it. And especially when you know so well your customers, when you know so well what you're doing, who you are and everything, then this entire thing become amazing. And that's what I did. Identify your buyer, give them a very simple gift, say, oh, this is free if you buy my course, and see how this will impact your sales. It's very interesting. A lot of time people, yeah, they will be happy with the course, maybe they already knew the course, they just needed a little push to say, okay, cool, I want something more. And that's a very interesting way to do it. So few ideas of where to use premiums in online education. Front end, we've seen a lot of that. Front end basically means in the front of your offers. Continuity means if you have a subscription, a membership, anything that is as a recurring billing, that's something that you can do. Or another one would be for upsell. You're trying to upsell a product, add a premium to that, and that would be a great upsell. Or retention. Oh, if you stay more than a year in my membership, you'll get this as a gift. Or event attendance. We see a lot of time whenever you go to an event, first thing you do is that you get some t-shirt for the event, right? And obviously you can get a lot more goodies on that side. Another one, if you're doing an affiliate contest, means that you have a lot of affiliate. There are people that go crazy with this, right? There are affiliate contests, but if you are the best affiliate for a specific offer, you might win a car, right? There was a guy that I think did this with a Tesla. That was like, the one that bring more money to my offer will get a Tesla. And that's interesting. Obviously, these are $1 million offers that get tons of money. So you probably, to win that, you need to bring a few $100,000 in revenue. But that means that everyone wants to be your affiliate, right? Or another one is a webinar. If you stay till the end of my webinar, I'll give you this link where you can go and buy the premium and get the premium. So that's a very interesting way in which you can play around. Now, when you think back about the MIFG and the premium, I think that's when they explained the premium, they gave so much more example that it gets much clearer. But the entire idea is pretty much the same. Maybe one is offline, one is physical, you can play a bit around. But when you have a product that is always the same and you're always selling the same thing, and maybe if you have a membership and your entire business is around a membership, do you launch the same membership month after month after month? So boring, right? And so difficult to sell it to the same people. Wow, you can change the premiums. You can create a MIFG. You can test it out a few different things in front. And every single time you do that, that's what Agora Financial does. They have the same newsletter. And then what they do is that they change the premium in front. So very easy way not to switch your product, but to switch the hook that bring the people inside the product. Awesome. And now we go with the last framework. The last framework, I don't know either if I will call it a framework or if I will call it sort of a wrap up of everything that we said right now, and to look at these entire things holistically to say, that's my business. Like that's literally to me is a picture of how your business could or maybe should be. And I think that this is very helpful. Let's go look into this. Let's put this, like this. Okay, so I know, this might be confusing and like, oh my God, so many arrows, what's happening here? So let's look at that. The yellow arrows are traffic and the black arrow are sales, okay? So you have traffic, and what you do is that you have two products, a subscription and an iTicket. That's your business. You don't need to have 300 products, you have two. Everything, all the roads lead to two products. One product more accessible to everyone, another one that is an iTicket product, right? That's the backbone of 90% of the online education businesses out there. And there is a lot of businesses that try to have 300 courses, and guess what? They become pretty complex. And what do? They put everything together in a membership because it's much simpler, right? So what do you do? Let's imagine I want to sell my subscription, my membership. I do a dramatic demonstration. And this dramatic demonstration will lead people inside a free challenge or a free webinar or a free something. Once people sign up on the challenge or on the webinar, they get a MIFKI or a premium that basically tell them, oh, if you join the free trial of my subscription, you get this amazing thing for free. Okay, and maybe it might be Andra meditation, maybe it might be a coffee mug, or maybe it might be a credit card knife. Like, you can play around with this concept, but the idea is the same. You give them this incredibly and super specific offer. And then what happens is that you do your challenge, you do your webinar, you do your funnel, and in this funnel, you give them so much value that what they want is that they say, okay, cool, I want to learn more from you, and I want to buy your subscription. So this, to me, is epic. Like, you don't do 300 subscription, you do 300 funnels for one subscription. And that's much simpler. Every subscription maybe might have a challenge, might have a webinar, might have 3 webinars with 3 different angles, right? But it's very interesting that you get a good product. You don't need to have to replicate this product 3, 4, 5 times. You need to replicate the funnel 3, 4, 5 times. And that's a very interesting one. Also because, guys, I've been managing some businesses that had one funnel that was performing really well. And let me tell you this, it's a secret, but sometimes funnels stop performing. And when your entire business depends on one single funnel and that funnel stop performing, trust me, guys, that's not funny at all. So that's very important. And then other way that they talk a lot about, again, you do a summit, an event, sometimes a physical event that sell the iTicket. That's the major things that people do to sell iTicket. A lot of times these summits are paid because you want people to have some skin in the game to go and buy this iTicket product. But then again, if you look at the traffic, you send some traffic to the dramatic demonstration. From this, you send them to the summit. You send some traffic to the summit directly, and from this, you go to the iTicket. But again, you will see here, traffic goes to the funnels, basically. And then from this funnel, you sell these 2 products. So your business is simple. Your only complexity is how many funnels will you have on that. Now, these put together all the different ideas and framework that we've been talking today. Let's go look how our business look like in this sense. So ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has a different dramatic demonstration that they do to bring people to their challenges or to the webinar. Whenever you sign up for a challenge or for a webinar, the first thank you page, they tell you, oh, you're going to get all of this for free if you join the ClickFunnels subscription. ClickFunnels is a software, so that's a subscription, and you get a free trial of 14 or 30 days, I don't remember. And then what they do is that they have an event, which is the event where I went, the Funnel Hacking Live. And in that event, they do what they call the 2CCX, which is their iTicket membership. It's more of a mastermind than a membership. It costs $25,000. And that's their business. And then guess what? They do 1 month, they do a challenge. The other month, they do a webinar. Third month, they do the physical summit. And then maybe next quarter, they do an online summit that still sell the 2CCX. But that's exactly the thing. It's like you create your entire calendar, your entire event, and you do it in this way in which you say, once a month, we're going to promote our products. And then in February, we're going to do a MIFKI. In January, we're going to do a New Year challenge. In March, we're going to do a webinar. And then in April, we're going to do an online summit. And then in July, we're going to do a physical summit. And then the other day, we're going to do another summit on another topic. But you play around with those few ideas and then put everything together and sell your products. Like, it's very simple, but it's all about creating those events in this way. Do a lot of fantasy around that, play around a lot around with dramatic demonstration, always give this new feeling there. And yeah, that's incredibly cool. Brooke Castillo, someone know her, she is an amazing coach. And her business has 2 products, a certification and a scholar membership. She's a coach, and her membership is Get Coach on my framework, and her certification is Learn my framework to coach others. Incredibly simple. Like, I literally explain you what she does in 3 seconds. 2 products, and then she has a challenge called a Coaching Week to enter in the Scholar membership. She has a webinar to enter in the Scholar membership. She has a summit that you can attend both online and offline, and that you're going to be sold a $20,000 certification to become a coach, life coach. And that's epic to me. And she just did a dramatic demonstration. I think that with she did with some incredibly funny ads that I was looking at the other day, and was very amazed by the thing that she put together. But that's the thing. Like, you can do something incredible, like a scholarship, like a certification, keep your business very simple, 2 products, you nail them very well and you do something great. And then you keep on changing, create different events, spice it up with different things, use those events maybe as evergreen funnel so that traffic keep on coming continuously, and scale. Another example that I figured out, they use the same, but they do it in a different way, is Mindvalley. I think they don't even know about how they frame this thing, but if you look at their business, they do that right now, right? They have a product, the Mindvalley membership with all the courses, right? And they have funnels. In their case, they have VSL and webinars where they get the membership. I think that the only thing here is that they don't sell a Mifki or anything on their thank you pages, but that's a huge opportunity. And then now they launch certification to become a Mindvalley coach, a Mindvalley hypnotherapist, a Mindvalley health coach. And that's the right ticket. But their business right now is incredibly simple: a membership and a certification. That's incredibly cool. And this is, to me, something very, very interesting. Once you play around with this concept, you will see, wow, actually so many companies in the world work like that. And the one that don't probably will work better if they follow this. And that, to me, it's very important. And for sure, you can play around with different funnels for the ticket, different funnels for the product. But the core is that few products, and then you play around with the funnels for the one that will actually work for you. Now, Linchpin Lessons. So have a few but great products. No need to create 300 products. Really think about what problem you solve and solve it. Like, I'm a coach. I can coach people, or I can teach other people how to coach people. Very simple, right? That's a very simple. Like, you solve a problem, this product solves this problem. That's it, right? A lot of time we try to make it very complex, but it's just like very simple. No problem in having multiple funnels for the same product. Actually, push yourself to have it. Like, sometimes I hear, oh yeah, but this product works with a webinar. I just have a webinar, that's it. Maybe, but what if there would be a quiz funnel that will work for that? What if a summit will work for that? What if a challenge will work for that, right? You might have 2-3x of the revenue that you currently have if you just start playing around with the other thing. And then have a dramatic demonstration for each funnel, right? Create these dramatic demonstrations so that people come in the funnel, and that's the way in which you launch and become also much more interesting in your marketing. And the most interesting thing, want to come back here, on ClickFunnels, they talk a lot about this concept that they went back looking at how did they grow so much in the history, right? And they look at how many sales did they make from people joining the webinar to buying ClickFunnels, and then they look at how many people bought the Mifki, which is basically the free trial, through their webinar or through their challenge thank you page. And they went look right now at the revenues, and they're like 3x of the revenue that they made were made from the Mifki, so on the thank you page, rather than on the sales that happen on the challenge or on the webinar. And that's incredibly interesting, right? Like, this is such an opportunity. So many people have thank you pages that they do nothing with that, right? ClickFunnels, if they wouldn't have done anything with that, their business would be 1/4 of what it is right now. Right now it's 3 times bigger because they had a great Mifki. And that's as simple as that. Maybe a great free trial, a great free offer that's being given there is a huge opportunity for the people to then buy later. So always make sure that your thank you page has a sense and you're trying to sell something. Even if you sell 1% of the people that go to the thank you page, but that 1% keep on rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and grow and grow and grow and grow. In a few years, you might look back and this might be one of the biggest sales that you ever made. So that's epic. These are the 4 frameworks that I want to talk about today. So thanks so much, everyone. This was great training. I really wanted to share this out with the world. I hope that this was very helpful, guys. And I just want to say one thing, and then I'll open it up for questions, and we can say as much as you want and discuss on this. A lot of you have seen it. We are having this group, used to be called Scale Nation, now it's called the Course Nation, because that's exactly my mission. I'm helping creators for the past 7 years to spread their wisdom, right? I don't have a lot of wisdom in terms of personal growth or in terms of teaching things to others. I have a lot of wisdom maybe in helping them teach more things to others. And then I want to create this community that needs to be the community with the best course creators in the world. As simple as that. That's my mission. So there is no pitch here. I'm not going to sell you anything. The only thing that I'm saying is if you like this training, if you feel that you got some value, you have some friends in the industry that you feel that will benefit from it, just share this with them. Ask them to join the group, and then they will get access to the training. And my aim is to do 1 training a week, keep on teaching things, do stuff, invite guests, do tons of things to help you take your courses to the next level. And yeah, I hope that this was helpful for everyone. And thanks so much. It's been amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. See so many of you here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let me stop the live.